Our next speaker, he led the Jesuit Blue Jays to the state championship game in 2021 and to the playoffs in each of his 4 seasons. In 9 years at De La Salle, he guided his team to 3 state championship game appearances. He played back in the day at Archbishop Rumley. He served as an offensive line coach there before becoming head coach of the Cavaliers, and now doing an outstanding job as the head football coach at Jesuit High School. And the Blue Jays are 2-0 on the season, and they will look to go 3-0 against Manale Friday night in Cannery. Please give a warm quarterback club welcome to Ryan Manale. Ryan?
Thank you, Ken. Thank you to Great New Orleans Quarterback Club for having us. It's great to be 2-0. I'm glad it's not a month from now because I'm in district then and it gets a little rougher, but super excited about that. Our program's off to a good start, as Ken said. You know, when I talk about program, and I'm just going to talk about Jesuit football right now a little bit. When I talk about program, it always starts with me in my 8th grade. I always start with my incoming kids coming into 8th grade. That summer coming up, as Coach Ledoux knows, Coach Ledoux coached my program for a handful of years. Great to see him. Coach Donez is in here in the crowd. He's been coaching junior high at Jesuit from way before I got there. You know, so the guys do a great job with kids as well. But our 8th grade program, we're already in. We played, we have over 100 kids. So we kind of break them up into 3 teams early on in August to get through a couple jamborees. So we're 9 games in with our 8th grade football team. 2 regular season, 7 jamboree style games, 1-0 in district, so super happy with my 8th grade. Our 9th grade's 3 games in. Those guys developing nicely. You know, they changed the platform a few years back where 9th grade's part of the registered and part of the varsity for us. So those guys are with our coaches every day, and it's great because my coaches get to know their names a little more than just if they were separated in the junior high system. Our JV's off to a 4-0 start. That's including the Dallas win in week 1 on that Saturday, beating them 7-6 in a full game of special teams. And I thought that was awesome for JV. I really wish this area would do more of that. But when I talk about the football program past that, I start with my administration. And, you know, and I think success determines that vision. If the vision is about success, and it starts with our president, Father Brown, our principal, Dr. Ruther, our athletic director, Coach Morrow, and all the way down, and kind of align for success. And I look at that example in week 1 this year. You know, so we went to Dallas Jesuit, returned the favor. They came down to New Orleans, beat us 28-20 last year. This year we had buses rented up to go to Dallas. Administration called and asked me about flying, and just said we'd rather fly our kids and give them that type of first-class experience. So we had 130 players and coaches fly to Dallas. They got to experience that type of you know, atmosphere in Dallas, the whole 9 yards that college coaches and college players get to see, and high school coaches don't get to see much. We went up on Thursday. We left Thursday afternoon, flew up, met Dallas Jesuit for a joint mass, joint meal. Then we went and played on Friday. On Friday night, we were fortunate to win that game 31-6. Saturday, we were able to play a JV game with the guys that didn't play in a great game. And we also had the opportunity to send 29 of our young men that played on Friday night to SMU Baylor to experience that college football field before we flew back Saturday night. So administration aligned for success. You know, and most of my administration is not here today. They have leadership meetings and different things going on at school. But you need that alignment to be successful, and I thank them for that. Second part of the program I'm going to talk about, you know, and this is where we are 2-0, and I feel good about our program, and that's the daily habits of our assistant coaches and our players. You know, because that's what makes a program. You know, it's definitely, you know, Coach alluded to it, it's not the head coach, it's your program. And you know, an assistant coach was, happy to have Coach Vance Andrew here with us. He's our offensive coordinator, wide receivers coach, joining me. We've been together for 13 years. You know, so it's good to have. Darryl Rule, my DC, we've been together for 18 years. Chris Jones, we've been together for 14 years. We have an alum, Dan Devon, 9 years together. Derek Martin, 9 years together. Chris Baxter, 7 years together. Former players in Kendall Baker and DeVent LaBranche. We have an alum, Kurt Whirling, longtime kicking coach. Mixed in with some very quality former head coaches and coordinators, and Corey Bordelon, Austin Bellamy, and then Joe Lowry rounds out our staff. So without those guys, you know, our kids couldn't be in place to be overly successful. And once again, that starts with administration seeing that vision of that. Our next group is the most important group, and that's our players. And the players I'm going to talk about is our seniors. You know, those guys have been pretty much with me from 8th grade on, as this is year 5, and super excited for what they're building. On offense, we start 4 seniors. Those 4 seniors is quarterback Taylor Norton. Taylor's a returning starter, threw for 1,900 yards last year as a junior. Not off to a great season, but fully confident that he will improve and become the best version of himself as the year goes on and the competition keeps getting tougher. Running back Galvin Palmisano, also a baseball player. He returns at running back. He's already has 2 touchdowns to start the year. Just a leader, incredible effort, incredible player, going to be an incredible get, whether it's football or baseball for a university a year from now. Same can be said about wide receiver Roman Lowry. Roman is a 3-year starter, also a baseball player. He had over 1,000 yards receiving last year. You know, so super excited to see what he does as this year goes on. Our 4th starter, that's a senior, is Oliver Cook. He's an offensive guard for us. He's a 1st-year starter, also a multi-sport player. His second sport is rugby. On the defense side of the ball, we have 4 seniors as well. We start 4 on offense, 4 on defense as seniors. Defensively, that's led up front with Will Berry, defensive lineman. Will Berry's a 3-sport student athlete, which is not easy to do at Jesuit, but obviously it's done, with a perfect ACT score and currently committed to Princeton. Linebacker Bo Manale, also a baseball starter, is a 4-year starter for us and currently committed to Nicholls State. We also have on the defensive side of the ball that are seniors, Zach Freelo, multi-sport player. He kind of stars for us in the defensive secondary, along with us in our special teams system. Utility senior, Coleman Punicky, returning starter. He'll line up in multiple defense positions for us as he does whatever's best for the team. Our specialists, we have 2 seniors that are specialists. Our kicker returns and Ethan Cabos. He's a starting kicker, while Nathan Hamrick handles the short snapping duties. And I kind of mention our seniors because those are the guys that really lead our program. We don't have many of them this year. For Jesuit, it's a very, very small number. There's only a few of them that made it through. And it's 13 seniors we have, and super proud of all 13 of those guys. And 8 of those guys are starting on offense, defense side of the ball, 2 on a specialist, so 10 of the 13 are starting. We really like, as a staff, the effort. Weeks 1 and 2 has been tremendous. It started back, obviously it starts in the whole off season, but we get to scrimmage Mandeville and kind of see where we are in the fall scrimmage. Then we went to North Shore, get to play good friend Coach Sanders, and he's trying to build his program. Then we moved on to week 1, Jesuit Dallas. Then in week 2, this past week, we played Edie White, a team that competed in the state championship last year. And I have nothing but praise to say about that team. They played extremely hard, they played the right way, and they gave us fits. We had 5 turnovers versus an option football team and finding a way to win. It was pretty special. It was the first time in my 27-year career we turned it over 5 times and still managed to win the game. And I think that's what our team's about. We're together, we're committed to each other, and that was proven in that week 2 game. We hope to continue to grow through adversity. We know adversity's already hit with injuries, and we know the league we're about to play in. And so it's only going to be more adverse situations, and that's what makes this sport so great. You know, we want our players to be accountable to each other and disciplined enough to become the best versions of themselves on and off the field. And I feel if we're doing that, our staff's doing that, and our players are working hard every day to do that, we're going to have great success this year. With that, there's some great speakers I'm ready to listen to as well. Any questions, you feel free. But Ken, thank you. And great thanks for the opportunity. AMDG, go Jays.